Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what I think is the greatest NASCAR diecast brand ever. And that diecast brand, yes, Hot Wheels. Best NASCAR diecast ever. So, without further ado, make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, and let's go ahead and hop into it. Alrighty folks, so here we go. We have 3 Hot Wheels diecasts right here, and we're going to talk about each one, and I would tell you, man, these things are incredible. For the newer collector out there that has no idea about this whole line, from, I would say, about the late 1990s, maybe around 97, 98 to about 2005, Hot Wheels made 1/64 scale diecasts just like this. Just like this. And I tell you what, man, they have incredible detail, and these are just normal diecasts you could see in your retail stores back in the day. And we're going to be talking about all 3 of these cards here. I'm going to be talking about how amazing these things are. So, this one right here is a 2001 Matt Kenseth D-Wall Ford Taurus. Now, this thing is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at the packaging here. I mean, how cool is that? You know, you have kind of like this flame pattern with like a blue flame here. You have some stock cars in the background. These things are incredible. Okay, the packaging for these cars are absolutely incredible. And one thing I love so much about the Hot Wheels line is that it wasn't just 1/64s. They also made haulers. They also made 1/24s. They had a very diverse market, I would say. And this thing is just awesome, man. It has the same card back you would get with your normal Hot Wheels diecast here. But these are licensed NASCARs that had incredible detail. And we'll go ahead and get into that here. So this is a 2001 car. Keep on, 2001. That's a long time ago. But these things had ridiculously good detail. So we're going to look at the car in the box here, and then we're going to look at it outside the box and give you... I'm not going to open this one up. Don't worry. I got some that's already open. But one thing I love so much about these is they had so many different little trinkets. It didn't matter if it was a driver card, maybe a sticker, so many different ones. It was a great production line. So you can see right off the bat, rubber tires. Fantastic, looks great in the packaging, but look how beautiful the mold is for this car. Not only does it look great in the box, but it also looks great outside the box. The presentation for these freaking diecasts are through the freaking roof, man. And this was Kenseth's second year, man, and they got him in a big retail line. Roush had a big deal with Hot Wheels back in the day. Beautiful freaking diecast here. And that's a 01. I love that. They kept the same packaging for a number of years, but I really like how it says 01 right there. Let's go to the next year, 2002. This is one of my favorite diecasts of all time. The 2002 Jeff Burton Citgo Ford Taurus. Now, this thing's fantastic, and this is a huge nostalgia trip for those who wondering. They had a promotion, Hot Wheels and NASCAR did, where they were going to give out tickets to the 2003 Daytona 500, the one Michael Waltrip would win that was rain shortened. They had a little contest way back in 02 that you could enter to get tickets for the next year's Daytona 500. Something about it with the car being released in 02 and having a promotion for the 03 500 was so cool, and that's why I love it that I got one that had one of the stickers on it. I don't ever want to open this thing up. I love this car so much, man. Beautiful car. You can see a little bit of a resale tag here. It could have been in a clearance bin. It could have been in a yard sale. Either way, you know, maybe a little bit of Goo Gone can get that cleaned up, but I don't want to damage the card back here. Now, this one does come with a little bit of a sticker here, and obviously, the problem with anything paper or anything is when they're trapped inside of, you know, an air-sealed container or anything. Sometimes they begin to react. There's no way for the oxygen to escape, and it actually does more harm than good. Same thing with like paintings and stuff like that. If they're locked inside of a case where no air can get out, it actually could hurt the artwork more than having, you know, maybe it displayed normally. Now this one's a little bit dusty, I know that, but this is the 02 back. Again, same as the 2001, but this is something they still do today. That Hot Wheels does. They make the background of it just black and white. Very nostalgic. I mean, you get the HotWheels.com. I mean, just these things were incredible, man. And the thing is, you could go to your retail store. They had Winter Circle. They had Team Caliber. They had, of course, you know, all the freaking Hot Wheels cars, man. I mean, they had so many different retail lines back in the day. And you could get this car at the same store. You can get this car. You can get the 124. They carried those, the retail line 124s. You could get the haulers. I mean, you could get so many different things. Incredible. So for an 02 car, very similar to the 01, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And in 2003, now this one, the card back's a little bit worse for wear. This one I got at Texas Motor Speedway, but a beautiful, beautiful packaging here. Now, one thing that's different is they changed the 2002 to the it should say 2003, but they put the race day logo on it. They had so many different product lines as well. They even had some that had a test car, and it also had a normal primary paint scheme, so you could see Jeff Burton's car, right? And then it'd be that same paint scheme. And then they would have one that was just all gray, and it actually had like a number 99 that was made with tape. So it's like just a gray car that they taped 99 on it. Like, it's all decal work, right? But it looks so freaking cool. They even had some in 01 that had a stopwatch with it. So you could buy your diecast, and it'd come with a little stopwatch that actually worked, right? So you could put it on your track, and you could do a stop. I mean, it was just so cool. It's so innovative and ahead of the game Hot Wheels was when they were with the NASCAR diecast market, man. I tell you, they are the best NASCAR diecast to ever be made. The quality for these cars, and when I show these things up close, you're gonna flip out. These things are incredible. Now, these things probably retailed for $4 or $5 back in those days, probably about $7 nowadays, but incredible packaging. The artwork, this is a Taylor Labonte 03. Now, obviously, the mold for the Chevrolets were a little bit off because Chevrolet had a big deal with Action and Winter Circle. They got the best mold. But the cats out there who don't know, each diecast manufacturer had to have a different mold, okay? Ford was pretty much really exclusive to Hot Wheels. They had all the Roush cars, right? They had the best mold for that. Pontiac had the best mold with Winter Circle, right? Chevrolet had the best mold with Winter Circle. Dodge, I think, is kind of up in the air. You know, the mold was pretty good all around, but really, really cool stuff there. So if you're curious how these cars look really up close, check this out. So this is a 2003 Mark Martin visor for it. Obviously, it's the quote-unquote censored version, but truth be told, it still looks fantastic, man. These cars are fantastic. Notice how sharp the decals are. Very sharp, very sharp. I mean, we're talking about a rubber print here, guys. I mean, this is really next level stuff here. The rubber print on these cars are incredible. Rubber tires, right? These are rubber tires. The whole bottom of the car, it's plastic, but it's a certain kind of plastic that just doesn't wear out easily. Now, notice it says 1999. I believe they had the mold, the patent mold for this in 1999. They kept using it because, for the cats who don't know, Ford used the same body style, I think, from 1998 to 2003, I believe. Maybe 04 as well. They used the same line for a while, so obviously Hot Wheels having the patent for it, the rights to it, no reason to update it. But notice the clear coat on this car, guys. I mean, we're talking about the greatest clear coat ever in NASCAR diecast history. Now, with Winter Circle cars, when you use them up, they get kind of dull, and honestly, that gloss finish really quickly turns into a semi-gloss, and then sometimes even a matte finish because they don't last, right? Especially the ones that were used up. Check this out. This is a 04 Mark Martin car here, and I tell you what, this thing was used. I had this thing since probably 05 or 04. Now, like I said, this thing was heavily used, I might add, okay? The clear coat in this car is absolutely remarkable. Smooth, shiny, because Hot Wheels used a unique style one. I don't know if it's automotive grade, I don't know what, but what I do know is it's like an enamel, okay? See this, like, chip right here? This thing, notice there's, like, next to no metal underneath it, right? Still has the red because the clear coat was so thick on these cars that it chipped like enamel. So these things stood the test of time. So even though these cars were heavily played with and used and everything through almost 2 decades, the gloss finish on these cars still remains and still holds its integrity. I mean, just remarkable, remarkable stuff. So for a car that was this 03 right here, the Mark Martin, that was opened up, never, used or nothing, check out the clear coat difference here. The one on the top was a car that was open probably in 04 and 05 and heavily used, and look at the 03. Do you see a difference with the gloss? Not at all, because these cars were built for the test of time. And I tell you what, man, Hot Wheels, I know they made thousands of these things, but these truly are, I mean, they are, in my opinion, the greatest NASCAR diecasts ever. Ever. Now, obviously, with these having rubber wheels, they don't roll as good, so these are not the best ones, obviously, to put on a track or something. But I think for the collector, man, you get the presentation of what nowadays we would call it the metal chassis or the 164 elites or whatever you want to call them nowadays in the 2021 Cup cars. I tell you what, man, you get that without the metal chassis, so you pretty much have the quality, but without the heaviness of the mold. Now, this one is has a little bit of a nuance. You can see that wheel is bent. Obviously, to fix this, you would have to drill it out, and you could bend the axle. This one was opened up, I think in 2019, but it's been sealed in a case, so it's still very, very high quality condition here. But you can see how the axle is a little bit of messed up. That's okay, right? That's okay. That's a simple fix. So I really wanted to fix it, I could. But these cars, man, I tell you, they had incredible quality. So not only you have the best clear coat ever, the decals look fantastic, right? They had an amazing variety of drivers, right? But what was so cool about these things, guys, is look at the windows here. Not only is the windows actually decaled, right? They're actually textured. So those window bars there, those are not flat. That's actually a bump. I don't know if you can really see it here, but that is actually a panel that you can feel. So you have that Elite 164 feel to it. Notice the back windscreen has that detail as well. The ones in the modern day Cup cars are simply just decals that can really trim off. No, these are actually bumps. You can feel the texture with it. I mean, it is the total package for a Cup car. Not to mention the quality of the mold is fantastic. Now, like I said, the Chevrolets, their molds are a little bit weird because obviously Action had the rights to it and they had to make each car different. Same with the Pontiacs of the Hot Wheels line. But I tell you what, man, these are the best NASCAR diecasts to ever be made, and I wanted to make this video because I wanted to show y'all why these cars are so freaking cool, man. And it's just incredible. I mean, they had haulers. Like, take this for example. You go down your aisle. Let's say you're a Ward Burton fan. You go down there, you get the Ward Burton hauler. The Hot Wheels haulers were fantastic, okay? I have a Ryan Newman one. It's incredible. I mean, the silver, the quality of the cab and the trailer is so much better. So much better, guys, than the Action ones, okay? They had the best haulers, okay? Without it being like some elite one you had to go order online. For the best, they had the best retail line ones. I don't care who you are. Best ones, okay? You can get the hauler. You can get the 164. Okay, so you get your hauler, you got your car. You could get the 124 as well. So if you want to display it on your desk or something, you could do that. The 124s are very similar to the Cup car, the 164 Cup cars. They were literally just a bigger version of this. They didn't have opening hoods or trunks or nothing. They had the rubber tires, and they also had that great clear coat. But you get the 124 at a retail store. You didn't have to go online or back in those days call your local diecast dealer or order it at, whatever Action Racing Collectibles and get it mailed in. You didn't have to do none of that. Go to your retail store, you get it. They had so many great things. I tell you what, man, Hot Wheels made the best NASCAR diecast. And for this video, I'm particularly focusing on 2001 to 2005. 2000 had some good pieces, but it was kind of a transition because in 1998 and 1999, Hot Wheels, they made diecast still, but they were ridiculously heavy. You think the 164 metal chassis nowadays are heavy. These things were twice as heavy. They were extremely bulky and heavy. 2000 to 2001, they really cleaned it up, and the quality of the product was incredible. So that's what I'm saying, guys. When I say these are the best ones to ever be made, they're fantastic. Unfortunately for the NASCAR Diecast collector, they made so many of these cars, my dude, that they are still rock bottom prices, okay? They made thousands of each one of these cars, and that's the cool thing, right? They also had exclusives, like the NASCAR Authentics we have nowadays, where you get maybe 9 cars in a case, right? They come in a case with 10 different cars. They had a few exclusive ones. So you could see like Jeff Burton's Bassmasters car. You could see a John Andretti Berry Burst car. Shout out to WimmerFan33 for that information. But they had what they call one per case or exclusive or whatnot. They made so many different paint schemes, man. I'm telling you. I could make probably a hour-long video of how many different cars they made. But my point is, guys, is they are the greatest NASCAR diecasts to ever be made. And I hope and pray to God that someday down the road, Hot Wheels finds a way to get back into this sport because they made incredible diecasts. We're talking borderline 164 elite quality stuff. I'm telling you, these cars, they truly feel like an elite diecast. Rubber wheels, best clear coat ever used in NASCAR diecast history. Detailed windows, the mold, it was incredible. The plastic feels different. It feels good. Like, it feels like a high-grade plastic. And the thing is I love so much about it is it's so lightweight. So they used a different style plastic. The packaging, I mean, just everything about it, man. To me, it's a collector's paradise. There's so many of these cars out there. I mean, obviously, they're going to get rare as the years go by, but I'm telling you, man, these things are the best ones out there. And the clear coats, they hold up. That's what I love so much about it. I love a product that holds up. If you hold a Racing Champions car from 2002 or 2004, and you hold up a Martin from '04, I promise you, this one would be in 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times better condition. Just saying. Thank you all so much for watching the video. What do you think is the best NASCAR diecast brand ever? I think Hot Wheels are. Obviously, action racing collectibles, yes. But to me, as a collector who likes the vintage product, I want something that's going to last, okay? I'm just saying, Hot Wheels cars are built to freaking last. That's why they still have some made in the 60s, okay? And they put a lot of love and care to the NASCAR line back in the day. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to give the video a big thumbs up. If you ever want to get any NASCAR merchandise, hats, t-shirts, 124s, 164s, you know you want to get all your 2021 stuff, make sure to use the promo code down below. Diecastbuffet at Circle B Diecast and Plan B Sales. Any orders $20 or more, you know, like 20 right there. $20. You get free shipping. So this was a fun video. I love doing this stuff. I love talking about the older products and kind of educating about, you know, what the NASCAR diecast market was back in yesteryear. And I tell you, man, you go down the aisles. I mean, nowadays you have like 2 pegs of NASCAR diecast. Maybe your store carries haulers. I would argue it was 6 to 7 times more product available back in like '04, back in '02. They had so many freaking diecasts, man. If you had a time machine and you had a Benjamin, I promise you, you would not leave with a dime left because they had so much NASCAR diecast products. It didn't matter who the driver was. It wasn't just Earnhardt Jr. They had everything. Have a great one, folks. Diecast Buffet. Sign it off.